What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be installing Bay Area Headliners 18-piece ambient lighting kit. Inside you'll find 5 modules, 1 host, 4 assist, trim removal tools. You have 2 extensions, one 4-in-1 that is for the footwells, one 2-in-1 which is for the LED strips on the dash. You have 5 power supply cords. 1 is for the host module, and then 4 are for the assist for each door panel. You have 4 footwells, 4 door handle lights, 4 storage compartment lights, 1 remote, 1 drill bit, zip ties, and double-sided tape. Then you have your LED strips. You have 6 of them are included in the 18-piece kit. One's a 35-centimeter strip, 1 is a 90-centimeter strip, and then there are 4 75-centimeter strips. You will also find a air freshener, a sticker, and then my business card with the app that will be on the QR code in the back. Let's install this kit. The setup we'll do for this Q50, each door panel will have an LED strip on the top trim. We'll put a door handle light, storage compartment. The rear doors don't have a storage compartment, so we'll just do the LED strip and door handle. There'll be footwells front and then rear. And for the center console or dash, we'll be doing these right here. Since the 18-piece kit only has one 90-centimeter, 4 75 and 1 35-centimeter strips, since we are doing this right here, obviously this isn't gonna reach. So if you have a Q50 or a car that specifically needs a longer strip, an extra longer strip, just shoot me a message. We can work that out for you so we can make your car look good. Each car has its unique and specific removal, reinstallation, and wiring process. So let me show you how I do it on this Q50. The kit already includes a power supply that has a fuse and a negative. For cars that have a fuse box that doesn't have a spare fuse that turns on and off with the car, you will need to fuse tab. So do your due diligence, do a little bit of research, and see what your car has and doesn't have. For this one, like I said, we will splice this positive one and just add a fuse tab. It ensures that it turns on and off with the car. The fuse box for this Q50 is behind this little panel here. And let me show you guys which one exactly I'm gonna take off. For this one, it's usually better to do accessory or a fuse that turns on and off. So the power socket, the cigarette lighter, or if there is an accessory fuse, we would do that. First, let's check out the power socket. First step is removing the fuse by cutting it off. Once you cut, splice, and crimp the fuse tab, since we ended up taking the power socket, which is a 20 amp fuse, we added a 20 and we added a 10 for the ambient lighting. So just put it back in place to where it was at. Once in, make sure you have your negative on a bolt on a wire. For this one, on this Q50, we actually have a bolt here. So I just unscrewed it, add the negative, and then let's see if this turns on along the car. Since it's not turning on right now, that means this might be the perfect one. So just turn on your ignition. And as you can see, it turns on. And as soon as we turn off the car, they instantly turn off. That is the wiring for the Q50. Now all we have to do is run the wires, hide them behind all the trim pieces, and just make it look flush. So stay tuned for that. Let's remove these center console pieces to ensure a clean finished look. So now that you have power to the main host, you can start adding your LED strips. So with the tool included in the kit, you can start adding your LED strips. Once you do one side, all you have to do is just repeat it on the other side. Now you grab the 2-in-1 extension, make sure to connect it to both sides, tuck them in, and you should be good to go. Once you have your 2-in-1 extension, what you'll do is the slot next to the power supply on the main box, you connect it there, and then from here you could just run the wires behind the pedal so it doesn't get stuck. Feed them through, and then from there it's a matter of just cable management and then how well you want to hide them. Since I want to go for the OEM look, we'll hide all the wires. The short one will go to the closest one, and then the long strip, the long cable, is going to go for the far one. As soon as you run the wires, hide them and connect them to the LED strips. Upon turning on your car, either accessory mode or engine wise, you'll notice they'll turn on. Once you turn it off, they instantly turn off. To complete this install, all there's left to do is to install the footwell lighting, which is the 4-in-1 connection. For the 4-in-1, you'll see that there's 4 different sizes of cabling. Normally what I like to do, the shortest one always goes to the driver footwell. The second shortest goes to the passenger footwell. Third long one goes to the rear driver seat, and then the longest one always goes to the rear passenger seat. So let's do that now. I already took the liberty of running the cable behind all the carpet. So once we're at this step, what you can do is just connect it to the back side of the module, tuck it in there, make sure it's not going anywhere, hide all the wiring, and you should be good to go. You got to remove each door panel. Now that we got the wiring all situated for the host module, which controls the 2 LED strips on the dash and the footwells, now let's figure out the wiring for the door panels. Everyone has their own specific and unique way when it comes to wiring. Since negative, for the most part, is always the black wire. We'll stick that in there, and then red can be any of these, but I figured out the positive is the yellow one, and as you'll notice, it turns right on with the ambient lighting on the car on the dash already. So that's this door. Let's check every other door. All you have to do is, like I'm doing right now, just testing it out. For the most part, black is always going to be, or negative is always going to be black. And then let's see if this one is as well. As you see, it turns on. So we know for the left rear door, it's going to be black and yellow. Front is black and yellow. Now for the rear passenger, let's see what it is. Black, negative, and then let's see if it's the same one. Yep, so this is black and yellow as well. And then the passenger front, I'm assuming it is going to be black and yellow as well. Yes, sir. Each car has its specific and unique way of wiring, so you guys have to test it out just like I did. For each wire on your door panel, see which turns on and off. The good thing, as I said, is it can be constant power. It does not matter, because once you turn off your car, since the main module is fuse tapped, that automatically tells the systems to shut off. So let's wire it up correctly, and we should be good to set up the doors. What I'll do is I'll strip a little bit of this tape. Grab yellow, use my strip right here, strip it a little bit, grab a T-clamp, make sure it's on the part that you stripped it, and then just crimp it. So that's the positive, and the negative, as I said earlier, is black. So same process. Strip it, grab the T-clamp, and crimp it. So let's do that for all 4 doors. Once you have all 4 doors stripped, crimped, you'll grab your 4 power connectors and then add your male connections. Once you have all 4 power cables crimped with the male connections, what you'll do, each door panel will get one. So black is obviously going to go with black, red with yellow. And you repeat that process for all 4 doors. Once all 4 doors are connected, both female and male, now we can start setting up the door panels. Now it's time to set up the door. So we are going to be doing an LED strip on the top end of this trim, the door handle light, and storage compartment. So let's start by drilling the holes. This is how the final result should look. You have the LED strip on the top, door handle up there, and then the storage light down here. As for the back, everything is taped down so there's no rattling noise once it's reinstalled back into the car. And now you just have to repeat this step for the 3 other doors. Once you finish installing the LED strips, door handles, storage compartments on all 4 doors, now it's time to reinstall them back into the car. For this step, I just like to have the car running just so I can see if everything lights up as it should. So once we connect the power cord to the module, they should turn on. So as you can see, the LED strip, the door handle, and the storage compartment are right there. And let's put everything back together. Once you put the door panel back on, the screws back in, the grommet back in, it should look something like this. You should have an LED strip on the top, door handle, storage compartment. Now you just have to repeat this process for the rest of the doors. Once you have ran your wires and hid them, all that's left to do is just connect your footwell. You'll see it instantly turns on. And then from here, you just kind of have to see where you would want it. I'm going to put it on this little bracket right here with some double-side tape. That way it doesn't come off. And then just play around a little bit with this wire. Get all the excess to go into the carpet. That way there's no rattling noise, and should be good to go. Once you're done installing that footwell, all you have to do is repeat the step for the 3 that are left over, and the installation will be complete. Once you complete the install and put everything back in its place, you can either put it in accessory mode or turn it on normally. For this, I just put it in accessory mode. You'll notice it'll do a welcome function at first, and then I'll go back to the color that I had it at, which was just red. Once you're on the app, click information, make sure your Bluetooth is on, click Bluetooth search, you'll see the pocket link, click that, and then click the green button where it says connected, and then press this little button underneath where it says connect device automatically. You're connected now. From here, you'll notice you're selected single color. If you want to switch to red, you say you don't like red, you want to switch it up colors, click color on the bottom middle, and you'll notice any color that you put, the lights will go to. So right now, since we are selected uniform, say I change it to red, all lights, which are door handle, LED strip, storage compartment, and footwells, all go to red. Say I want to have 2 colors at once, click zone 1, and then, for example, I'll put green. You'll notice all the LED strips throughout all went to green, but the door handle, storage compartment, and footwell stayed red. Now, say I want to switch those, I go to zone 2, and I press purple, and now it's purple, purple, and purple on the feet. So you can have 2 colors at once, or if you just want to do one, that's when you click uniform, and then whatever color you put, they all go to that color. There are multiple modes and patterns that you could do within the app. So for example, if I click Magic Dazzle, as you can see, it will do kind of like a rainbow motion. If you want a mode that has like a constant move to it, you can click Full Color Wave, and as you can see, they have a motion that's kind of non-stop. There are some modes where you could customize it a bit further, so each number just represents a different color. So for example, number 3 would be strictly yellow, or if you're more of a pink, you can do mode 6. There are also different ones that have a movement. So as you can see, this one has a little white line in the front. This one is just a solid one, for example, like that. There are also some that kind of go to the groove of, the music or the beat of it. So if I start clapping, as you can see, they kind of follow the noise level. There is also an option to dim them down. As you can see, they're pretty bright. So same thing applies. Uniform is going to be the brightness for all the lights at the same time. Say I like how bright these are, but I want to bring the LED strip a little higher. Then you go to zone 1 on the app, go all the way up. And as you can see, this stayed the same level of brightness, but the LED strips all went brighter. You could do vice versa. So say at night you really don't want these shining that bright, you can dim them down and then bring up zone 2. Kind of gives you that more of an OEM look. Hope you guys like this video on installing Bay Area Headliners 18-piece ambient lighting kit. As you can see, this looks really OEM, looks beautiful at night. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. But see you on the next one.